Hello guys, this is the video number 15 of this series of full restoration of Pioneer SX1250. This is the last board, it's the control amplifier assembly. So we'll talk about this board on this video. So let's start to remove the cover and so on. So let's remove these screws from this cover. I will use this drilling machine to take out these screws. Like you see already, the rags are on position for to avoid the scratching of other boards and also the dust to come down. You see how it looks. We have also this frame which is going around. We have also two screws here below, so we have to take out. Okay, so they are out. We have also these nuts and two screws here on the front. This is the tone switch. We have already out. Let's take also out the nuts. So our four nuts with four washers. Let's bring them out, and after that we will take out this metal support of the board. Okay, so four nuts. You see I can feel the grease here, so somebody put something here. Let's remove the nuts, not the nuts, the washers. Like that. Third one and the fourth one. Okay, so they are out, and now we can take out this support. Yeah, so let's deal with this. If it's not going out, you can help a little bit here on the bottom, on this side also. You see, like that. I'm using a screwdriver to lift a little bit. Okay, so this frame is out. You can see it is some grease there and also on the front, so we never know what was here, but with some alcohol, isopropylic alcohol, you can clean this here. So you can clean very fast this support. So I like to clean now to be dry until we finish with the board. Yeah. I will do the exterior, and after that I will do the interior. And this frame it will be ready to be fixed back after we will restore the board. So if you like this kind of videos, don't forget to subscribe. You have a button below here. Share with others, because also other people that want to see how to deal with their audio equipment. Leave comments, put questions, leave also suggestions, and I will try all my best to answer to them, or to follow what you say there. You see, I'm trying all my best to do things. If you want to see from different angles, or I don't know, maybe it's up to you. If you want to see on, maybe you want to put the camera on another position, or I don't know. So you can write down here these inputs. Yeah. So now let's clean also the attenuators a little bit, and also this switch on the front, and after that we'll clean complete. Yeah. So the board on the other side looks very nice. nobody was working here. So like you see, everything is in good shape. You see also the cables. So let's discuss now about the circuitry, how it's going, where it's going. So for this, like you mentioned already, we'll talk about the block diagram. On the block diagram, we discuss about everything. Remains only the tone control section. Yeah, you can see here, tone control section. So we have what we have on the control. So the signal on the control is coming from flat amplifier. The flat amplifier, if you remember, that flat amplifier was the AWG-042. So output from this board is coming on the input of the tone control board, the board which we are discussing about now. And from this one you have this switch 23, which is making the tone switch. Yeah? So you can bypass the tone switch, yeah, the bass controls and the treble controls. If you are looking, is going like that. So it's taking a signal from input and is bypassing everything what is on the middle, yeah. And you have the sound directly on the low and high filter. That means filter amplifier AWG-041 is this one, yeah. Okay, so you have this tone switch and the 4 controls. That 4 controls are VR1, 2, 3, and 4. 3 and 4 are for treble. This here. One is for 20 kHz, the other one is for 10 kHz. You have 4 here because it's stereo, and the other 4 or 2 is the bass. And for the bass we have VR1 50 Hz and VR2 100 Hz. Yeah. So this is about this block diagram. You see, we discuss all the time on this block diagram. So now we can take a discussion about the printed circuit board, which is here. We have also the electrical diagram, which is here, and the parts list. So now let's take a look on the board to see how it looks. You see, we have some transistors which they have tarnish on the terminals because they are 2SC1312, and it's normal to be like that. They are also prone for making noise, like I told you plenty times already. So we'll replace them. Yeah. So let's discuss now according with the electrical diagram. Yeah. So let's change the angle of the camera and we'll talk about. Okay. So now we have a better angle here, so we can talk about. Yeah. Here on the pin number 9 and 2, we have the input of signal which is coming from flat amplifier AWG-042. R2 because it's left and right. Yeah. Okay, after that the audio signal is passing through these C43 and C44 capacitors, but you have also these pins number 1 and number 10, which are the grounds, yeah. Okay, after that the signal, what's going on with the signal is passing to C3 and C4, and on C3 and C4 we have these capacitors 4.7 microfarads and 25 volts, yeah. So the signal is passing like that. After that we have this control VR1, VR2 with what means we have bass 50 Hz and treble 20 kHz, yeah. So you have the controls here. After that you have these buffer transistors. Yes, Q1 and Q2 to SC1312, and after this the signal is passing through this C19 and C20 capacitor, and you'll reach the VR2 and VR4. VR2 it's bass 100 Hz and VR4 is treble 10 kHz. Yeah? So you have the adjustments here. Signal is going after that and is passing is going through this transistor Q3 and Q4, also like a buffer, and the audio signal is passing through C35, C36 capacitors. And it's you reach the tone switch number 1. What is going with this switch? Like I told you a few moments ago, you are bypassing all this unit here. Yeah? You can see the wiring how it's going. Yeah, so it's coming like that. Capacitor C44, C1, signal is passing like that. It's exactly like is in this position. You see, so the switch is on bypassing on off tone control. Yeah. So the signal is passing like that, passing to this 1 kilo ohm resistor, and is going to filter amplifier AWG-041. This board also has two power supplies to energize all these 4 transistors. So you have on pin 3 and pin 4 you have plus 25 volts DC, of course, and on pin 7 and pin 8 you have minus 25 volts. Yeah, this plus 25 volts, you see it's spread here, it's split in two. It will pass the R42 and R41 resistors, 2.2 kilo ohms. This is for 25 volts, and for minus 25 also you have R42, 3 and R44, 2.2 kilo ohms. Yeah, so that means after that you will have a voltage drop according with the current which is drawn in the circuit, and you'll have 13 volts. So normally should be here 13 volts here. And because it's same resistor, and we'll suppose it's same current consumption, we can say we have here also minus 13 volts, yeah, and minus section. And you have this voltage which is going on the for biasing this transistor Q3, Q4, Q1 and Q2. You see we have 13 volts on this point, and after that we have some resistors, and the voltage it will go more down. Yeah, you see 6.8 kilo ohms, 0.8 kilo ohms, and you have 1.5 volts. 6.8 here, that means you will have minus 1.5 volts here, more or less. Yeah, so this is how it's going with the board. Now let's talk about let's see also the printed circuit board diagram to see the position. Don't forget this printing circuit board diagram, it's upside down. So that means when you are looking here on VR3, that means where we are exactly here. So it's correct, yeah. Okay, so this one is VR3, VR4, S1, VR2, VR1. Okay, so this is how the components they are fixed on position. About the transistors already I discussed. We'll replace all 4 because of these problems which they have. And now we can talk about the parts which we'll use on this circuit. Yeah. So now I think we can discuss about the parts list. Yeah, we have here the parts list. I will show you in a moment much more detailed. Yeah. So let's. I want to discuss about this list according with the signal which is coming from input to output. So we have this C43 and C44. The audio signal is passing first here. So we have 10 microfarads and 25 volts, 10 microfarads and 25 volts. So these capacitors, they will be replaced. You see they are also electrolytic. They will be replaced with 2 capacitors, which I like very much, are 10 microfarads and 50 volts. They are audio grade from Nichicon. It's the grade, it's audio KT, audio grade. Yeah. After that, the signal is splitted. It's passing these 2 capacitors and it's split in 2. One is for bypassing entire unit, and the other one is for going through this correction, let's say. So here we have 4 capacitors: C1, C2, C3, C1, C3, C2, C4. All of them are 4.7 microfarads and 25 volts. We'll replace with Weimar capacitors, film capacitors, 4.7 microfarads and 63 volts, you see. I like very much these red capacitors. We will put on that place there. After that, we have this signal. You see, it's split in 2 for bass and for treble. We'll pass this variable attenuators, and we'll have here C11, C13, C12, and C14. All of them, they are 2.2 microfarads and 25 volts. We'll replace also with film, also from Weimar, so 4 pieces. We'll replace with 2.2 microfarads and 63 volts. Yeah, so they looks like that. Yeah, so 4 of them, one was flying around me here. Yeah, so this there. So this we'll put on that position, that 4 positions. Yeah. After that, what's going on? We have these two transistors, which they will be KSC. Yes, so we replace with KSC 8045. Yeah, so we have 4 pieces to here to here. So from Q1 to Q4, these transistors, I suggest to you to have a closer amplification factor. Yeah, it's not necessary to be perfect match, but at least to be there. Yeah, they looks like that. So we'll replace. We'll put on that positions. After that, what's going on? So let's continue on the sound path. It's coming out from collectors of Q1 and Q2, and we are passing C19 and C20. Yes, which are 2.2 microfarads. After that, again, we are passing this second stage of correction. Again, C28 and C27, 2.2 microfarads. Again, C29 and C30, 2.2 microfarads. So you see, it's a copy of this section here. So we need 6 more 2.2 microfarads and 36 volts, 63 volts, sorry, like we discussed a few moments ago. Also, we'll use Weimar 2.2 microfarads and 63 volts. Yeah, for that section. The audio signal is passing also, and is coming on this transistor Q3 and Q4. I show you already the transistors. The signal is going on C3 and C35 and C36, 2.2 microfarads. Yes, and the signal is going out of board. So we need 2 capacitors more for audio path. Yeah, 2.2 microfarads and 63 volts. Yeah, also from Weimar red capacitors. On the other side, we have to talk also about the smoothing capacitors, the filtering capacitors for the power supply plus and minus 25. So let's start from beginning. Yeah, so we see the power supply is coming here on this point. Yeah, one here, one here. Yeah, we have a capacitor here with respective for the ground on plus 25, and for minus 25, where it is, we have also C39, yes, also 100 volts and 100 microfarads and 16 volts, yeah. So these 2 here are for this right section, and these 2 here, C40 and C38, are for the left section, yeah. So that means we need 4 capacitors, 100 microfarads and 16 volts at least. Why 16? Because here you remember, we have this voltage drop. For this I will use this Nichicon series UKZ. We'll put 100 microfarads and 25 volts. I like this because they are audio grade. They have different construction, and I like to use on this part here. Yeah. So this is how they look. They are really nice. They are big, and they will do the perfect job on that place, because you don't have so much consumption with these transistors and so on. Yeah, okay, so these 4 we discussed already, and after that, if you are looking on all emitters of these transistors, all these 4, you will see here C17, C18, C33, C34. These are 100 microfarads and 10 volts. This I will replace also with audio grade. They will be Nichicon. Okay, so I just grabbed them. Nichicon, also audio grade, 105 degrees, and the series it's UKT. Yeah, this blue, because I like this color very much. Red with blue, they are going to be perfect match. Yeah. Okay, so these 4 they will be for that collectors, not for emitters of that transistors. Yeah. So this is how it's going with this board. Now let's focus also on the parts list. You see, part list, control amplifier, assembly AWG-041. So we have all these 4 transistors, transistors on position, replacements. Yeah, both the resistors we have here, the variable resistors, the attenuators. All the resistors are okay. I just finished checking them. Here we have the capacitors, C1, C2, C3, C4. You have here the original value and the voltage. Here are my replacements. Yeah. After that, 2.2 capacitors, C11, C12, C13, C14, also 2.225. and let's start to, okay. Here are my replacements, 2.2. Here we have C17, C18 capacitors, 100 microfarads, 35 volts, UKA or UKT, it's up to you. Of course, you can put other series if you want, it's no any problem. C19, C20, 2.2, 25, are the replacements. C27, C28, C29, C30, also 2.2. So you see, it's a lot of film. So the audio signal, it will be a lot improved, yeah, with all these changings. So try and you will see this. On the other page, on the second page of this parts list, you have also capacitors C33 and C34. We replace also with 100 micro and 35 UKT KA grades. After that, C35, C36, we have 2.2 microfarads and 25 volts, and we replace with Weimar. Here are C37, 38, 39, and 40 are these UKZ capacitors for filtering the DC voltage, plus and minus 25. Here we have C43, C44 are the capacitors for input, yeah, that 10 microfarads and 50 volts UKA and UKT. So this is about this list. I hope they will help you. Let's put one more time on the front here for better view, in case if you want to look on them. Okay, maybe they will help you for your next project or actual project. Okay, so this is how it looks. Of course, if you need more details, don't hesitate to ask me. I just told you a couple of minutes ago. Don't hesitate to ask me, because I will try my best to discuss with you. So like I said, this is the last board. It was a long journey. This is the video 15, like I said. Whew, I can say I will open a beer after that. Okay, so let's start the desoldering station. We will start to remove the parts. With the printed circuit board printing diagram, we can keep in the front of us, and we will see exactly what capacitors we'll take out and where we'll put new ones, yeah? Okay, so this is how it looks the board. Let's start the desoldering station. We will remove the parts, some parts. After that we'll clean at the same time the attenuators, yeah? Okay, so let's go on. So you remember my approach with the parts. If you have electrolytic capacitors, look for and if they are non-polar, look for the minuses, yes? And on where you have the minuses, just put a point with permanent marker, because it will be much more simple and visible and keeping on focus when you are taking out the parts, yeah? So we will put a dot for each minus, yeah? And after that we will check this minus, that minus, if it's same also on the printing of the board, yeah, on the markings on the board. If it's different than on the markings on the board, try to put the component according with electrical diagram, yeah. Check the electrical diagram and see what's going on, yeah. So try to put same. Why? Because if you will follow the printing and you will not follow the position of the capacitor, try to keep in mind these capacitors, they run for a long time here, yeah? And it was no any issue with them, or at least they were not exploded, yeah? So try to take the best decision for that. So now I just mark these capacitors, and we can take the desoldering station and we can start to remove them. About the desoldering station, you know, I'm not using a fancy one, I'm just using a Chinese. If you have any suggestions to improve this desoldering system, don't hesitate to tell me. If you have other options, if you are using other stations, please tell me. I want to try also others. I'm thinking to buy in the next future the desoldering station from Metcal, if I'm saying okay the name of the brand. If you have any suggestions, type down, yeah. Thank you very much. Okay, so now let's start with terminals. I don't know if it's visible, so clear, but this is how I'm doing, yeah. So I'm doing this, step by step. You see now I just started with this transistor. So you see the transistor now it's desoldered. So now we can focus also on the capacitors. So take your time, don't be in a hurry, do it everything step by step, and it will be okay. So I will do this rest out of the camera. I will try to desolder the parts. I think I will desolder for half of the board to use the other half like example, yeah, how to put the parts back on position, and we'll return back after that. Okay, thank you. Okay, so now all the parts are desoldered. You can see all of them, they are dancing here. Yeah, you can see also on the other side. You see the terminals, how they are. I'll show you in a moment. So let's take an example here. You see? So all the terminals are desoldered. We'll take the parts one by one out. We'll clean also the board. We'll add also, if you are looking here, let's see if it's focused, you'll see the wiper somewhere. Okay, now it's visible, the wiper there, you see? You see both of them, yeah? So I will put all the attenuators on this position, and I will add, you see, for this, only for the interiors, it's you have more turns comparing with this which are on the side, yeah? So on the middle there I will add, if you remember, for these attenuators I'm using, because it's carbon there, I will use this contact PR, yeah? So it's, you see, it's, where is written? Contact PR, special cleaner for regeneration of potentiometers. And we finish discussion, yeah? So I will add this on there. And for the switch, I will add Deoxit D5, of course. This series, it's American brand, so it will do the best work. And for the parts, we'll take one by one. We'll clean the board and we'll install new parts on position. So let's go on. Okay, so for the attenuators, I will add this potentiometer cleaner. You see where I am adding it. Exactly on the center. Exactly on this piece of textolite, yeah? Now you can play with the switches. Okay, so you have to play a couple of times, at least 50 times. Usually I'm counting on 50. And for switch, if you remember from previous video, I told you here on the side you have a hole, yeah? So the idea is to not spray the Deoxit exactly on the gear here, not on the gear, on this shaft, because here is grease. If you'll put Deoxit, you'll clean the grease, and all the grease it will go on the contacts, and it will be total mess. Here you have to put the lever of the switch on the lower position, and you'll have here a space. I suggest you to put Deoxit in that space between the metal frame and the plastic support for the wipers of contacts, yeah? So add like that. And now you can play also, like I said, at least 50 times. Because you saw this switch is very important. It's bypassing the sound, or it's passing the sound through corrections, yeah? So this one should be perfect clean if you want to avoid cracklings and other static noise, yeah? Okay, so I'll do this rest of the camera, out of the camera, and we'll start back with the parts. So how we'll do next? it's very easy. You will take a pair of tweezer with you and you will check. Yeah. So you see C12, C14. Yeah. So 2.2, 2.2. So let's take out. Not this one because this one is too soft. I will need a stronger one. Yeah. So we will take out. So what is written on this one? 2.2 microfarads and 50 volts, and the minus it's on the left. Is correct? Is correct. We will put down. We will take next one. Out. Minus it's on the right. What is written? Minus 2.2 microfarads and 50 volts. Yeah. Minus on the right. But we don't care so much because you remember this 2.2 will replace with film. So for the film is not necessary to pay attention for the terminal's position. Yeah. So now because we take out the parts, we can clean also the board here. Yeah, like that. Okay, so we know about that two caps which are there. Yeah. Okay, so we can remove. So I will put here on the position to know how I took out. After that, what we have more? So we have this capacitor here, which is C18. Let's take out. It's also with the minus to the camera. Yeah? So it's 100 microfarads and 10 volts. We'll put here. And after that, we have these two caps, which are same, which are C38 and C40. Yeah? And they are. You see, they are 100 microfarads and 16 volts. We will put also here. And we will take also this one with minus on top. And it's also same. 100 microfarads and 60 volts. Yeah. Now, again, clean the board. Don't forget to clean the board. That is very important. Clean everything, yeah. Okay. So usually how I'm doing, I'm removing the parts on one sector, and after that I will take care about the cleaning. So now we have this transistor here. So we'll count from, you see how is it here, yeah? So the marking is on the front of on the back of attenuator, and I will start to say the terminals from this side. So it's base, collector, emitter, yeah? So I will take out. So it's base, collector, emitter, yeah, according with the printing on the board, yeah. Take the multitester and check if it's like we found, yeah. But with these terminals, it's not so easy to fix inside. How we said base, collector, emitter, yeah. So let's see if the printing is not lying us. Okay, it's visible, base, collector, emitter. So it's clear, yeah. It's clear. After that we have what we have to clean the board, yeah, like that. Use a brush and clean very well entire board, yeah, because this is the part of this process. Okay, very nice, very nice. And we have here some capacitors more. And let's put this one here, and we will take with this one, yeah. So we just grab it. I think I will put the camera a little bit down. Okay, now I think it's much better. So let's take out this one. You see minus, it's on the right, yeah. Also it's here clear. So plus it's on the left, plus 10 microfarads, yeah. We'll put this one here. The other one minus on the right, it's correct. 2.2 microfarads, yeah. Also we'll put here, and the rest, the other two, we'll take this one. Which is not desoldered, looks like. Yeah, so we have to desolder this too. No problem, we'll do But before of that, let's clean a little bit the board. Okay, so let's take out. I desolder the terminals. So let's do it this one. Okay, so minus is down, plus it's on top. 4.7 microfarads, yeah. And this one also. Minus down, plus up, 4.7 microfarads. Okay, and this sector here, it's cleaned. It's not cleaned, the parts are removed, yeah. So let's clean again the board here to be sure all the dust is out. Okay. You see, it's really, really beautiful, yeah? What do you think? It's okay? So now we can start to put the parts, new parts on position, yeah? Or what do you think? Is better also to take this out? No. I will let like that, like it is now. So you see the board here, it's okay. We can start for fixing back the parts, yeah. Now if you remember the parts how they are, you can fix like they've been. If not, you can check also on the printing diagram, and you can put them how you took out, yeah. So we'll start with that too. Are these 2.2 microfarads and 63 volts. I will take two of them. I will put here on position like that. If it's necessary, you can check, you can change the position of some parts if it's necessary. Yeah, if you are not able to put the new parts because they are a little bit bigger on position, try to find the best position for them, yeah. So you see, these are going okay here, and after that you can play a little bit with them, yeah, and it looks very nice, yeah, you see. Okay, so now let's bend the terminals behind. To not fall down, yeah, you see, perfect. They are in perfect position, yeah. Okay, here we'll have, on this we'll have 4.7 microfarads. Also these capacitors are big, but what we can do, we have to install them somehow, yeah. So if not, we can bend the terminals like that, you see, and you'll try to put in the perfect place, to use the space which you have here, yeah. You see? Okay, and you have also space for this one. So something like that, yeah. You see. Okay, so let's bend also the terminals for this. And for this one. Okay, and after that you'll arrange them. So 2.2 microfarads, 4.7 microfarads, according with this which we take out. Now what remains? Below this 4.7 microfarads we have 2.2 microfarads, yeah, this one, and here we have 10 microfarads. So 2.2 microfarads, it's this one. I will bend the terminals here. Okay, and here we have this one, 10 microfarads, yeah. So for this one we have to change the positions of terminals like that. Check for the minus, put on position, and also check the terminals, yeah. So this is how it looks. And 2.2, 10 we put already, and after that we have that that 3 capacitors, 100 microfarad. It will be this one here, and 35 volts. So also for this one we have to change the position for the terminals like that, minus down, because we checked on the beginning. Yeah, we'll bend also the terminals for this one. Okay, and we have the other two, which we'll put in that position, these muse capacitors. Yeah, so minus on top like that, minus on top. Perfect. Yeah, so again, adjust the terminals here behind, not fall down the parts. Okay, so here is how it looks, yeah, and remains the transistor to put on position. For transistor, you remember we have ECB. For this new transistor, we have emitter collector base, yeah. So that means we have to bend this collector on back part like that, and we can fix on position. And we have emitter collector base, yeah. So we can also change the position for these terminals, at least to stay here on this position, the part to not fall down. Yeah, and now I can start to solder the parts. So here is how I'm dealing with this. I will do the rest of them out of camera, and we will continuing after I will finish. So this is how it looks till now. It's beautiful. And remains this right section or left section, depends how you are looking. I will do also this, and we will focus on cleaning after that. So here is the board. This is how it looks now on the end. All the parts are replaced. You see all the parts which are out from position. These are all the parts which we replace on this board. Some tantalum capacitors, 4 transistors, 2 SC1312 and 1313, which are prone for static noise, with terminals with tarnish. All the capacitors now you see a lot of films capacitors instead of this electrolytics. And the board is cleaned. All the switches and the attenuators are completely treated. Yeah, you saw how I did that. So contact PR for the potentiometers, for the attenuators, and Deoxit D5 for switches. Yeah. So this is how we deal with. Now we have to put the shield on position. Like you see, this board is really shielded. You see it's full of metal, and the thickness it's really big. Okay, so this is the end of video number 15. This was the last board of restoration. On the video 16 we will see how to clean the controls, how to clean the faceplate, and how to make the adjustments for the idle and DC offset of this unit. And if it will be enough time and space, we'll do also the FM and AM alignment. But we'll see on that video. So thank you for your time. Don't forget to subscribe, thumb up, cheers, share with others, and stay tuned. Thank you very much. Marius here.